Hey, mighty men of God, Joe Martin here with Real Men Connect, where we help good men become great men God's way by providing real answers to real problems in the real world. I apologize for the glare in my side mirror. I can't move the sun, but at least you can hear me, and I'm sure you can see me now. You can see me for a little bit. But I want to shoot this video because I'm on my way to an appointment. I have maybe a few minutes, and I wanted to shoot this video because I think this is important. One of the things I always talk to men about is that, and I love to see their response. I said one of the things that all men want and crave, but they're afraid to admit they need, is intimate relationships with other men. Let me say that again. The one thing that we all need as men, but we're afraid to admit, is that our desire to be in an intimate relationship with other men. Now, we're not talking, when we hear the word intimate, we think sexual. It has nothing to do with sexual. The word intimacy is intimacy. And also intimacy that God created for us, designed us for, was a spiritual word before it ever became a sexual word that we've now dumped sexuality on top of it. So the question is, if we all desire it, well, how come we're afraid to admit it? Because we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of being vulnerable. We're afraid of what others may think of us. So I know that a lot of you, if you've been following the videos, watching us on this, on our blog, or listening to the podcast, you now are probably convinced that you do want to be in brotherhood, in relationship with other men. The question is, how do you build those bonds? Well, I'm going to quickly share with you 4 questions I want you to get in the habit of consistently asking the men who you've targeted, who you want to have a closer bond with. Now, you notice I said targeted because it's almost impossible to have intimate relationship with a lot of men, because not every man is at that level that he's ready for it. But I'm talking about that brother who you've been spending some time with, and you really like him, you like what he's doing with his family, where his spiritual life is going. You say, wow, I would like to have an intimate relationship with that guy, because we both can sharpen one another. So, but you have to get in the habit of asking the right questions. And I want you to think about this. We love real relationships. We love keeping it real. So to help you with this, I decided to use the acrostic REAL to help you remember it. REAL. Remember these 4 letters and to prompt your questions when you're building a relationship with another man. Here's the first one, the R. The R represents relationship. Ask him questions about his relationship. Now, when I say relationship, how's your wife doing? How are you and your wife doing? How are you and the children doing? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to give you an honest answer. That's not your concern. Your concern is not about him, his honesty. That's between him and God. You just want to make sure that you ask the question. So you're going to ask him about his relationships. The A, I'm sorry, I forgot the E. The E stands for excited or excitement. You want to ask him questions about what he's excited about currently in his life. And typically it's related to work, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with work. But since you guys last met, what's exciting going on in your life? What's exciting that you're doing at your job? What has God called you to do that you're really excited about now? You get the point. Now, the A is in reference to afraid. Now, this is when it's going to get a little bit deeper after you've asked the R and the E, is you're asking about things that he may be battling when it comes to fear. Now, we all have fear. We're just afraid to admit it. So you want to ask him about things that he may be afraid of right now. And I'm getting ready to cross a busy intersection, so excuse me as I put safety first as I go. And I'm going to pull into a parking lot so I can stop for a minute. But anyway, you're going to ask him about what he's afraid of right now. Now, you may not ask it that way, but you may ask him about, you may change the word to worry. Anything that you find yourself worried about lately, anything that's on your mind, anything that you're thinking about that has you concerned. That's a good way to use it. Instead of using the word fear, or afraid, you can use anything that's concerning you. But you know the A means what he's afraid of. And last but certainly not least, we have the L. Again, I apologize for the glare. Now it's it's in front of me. Now the L is in rep. Now this is a tough question, but you build up a little bit rapport and understand you're trying to build a close relationship, so you know something about this guy. Ask him how. I'm trying to put, how do you ask it? It's about lust. It's about lust. The L stands for lust. And so you can ask him, how's your thought life been lately? Have you been tempted by lust lately? How you doing with your battle with lust? Because here's the truth of the matter. Every man, I don't care what man it is, unless he does not have any attraction to women whatsoever, that he's going to battle with lust. We all battle with lust, just to different degrees. So you want to ask him about his thought life. You want to ask him that how he's been battling, whether he's been battling with lust. And so when you start asking those questions on a consistent basis, the way you help this man is that whether he gives you honest answers or not, the fact that you're asking him these questions eventually is going to keep him from getting into bondage about it, because the Holy Spirit will be working on him to give you honest answers to those questions. So I'm hoping that this helped. Remember, keep it real. Ask about his relationships. What is he excited about? What is he afraid of? And how has he been battling lust? Has he been winning, or has he been losing, or is it a stalemate? Guys, I hope that this blessed you, and I'm hoping that it might be some guys out there who you know it can bless. You may be mentoring them or discipling them. Please make sure you share this video with them. Remember, we are males by birth, but we are men by choice. So we must choose every day to be the man that God has called and created us to be, because a male is a terrible thing to waste. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Be blessed, stay strong, and as always, stay in his grip.